So you're thinking about moving to Denver. You heard about the hype, the mountains, the sunshine, the booming job market. But is it really great as everyone says? Or there are some major downsides that can make you rethink your decision? Well, today we're going to get real about what's actually like to live in a mile high city. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know whether Denver's the right place for you. So let's dive in. If you know who I am, my name is Depot Phillips, your Denver real estate agent. So if you're a buyer, a seller, investor, have any questions on what's happening in Denver, leave a comment below. And before you run, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come and post weekly content about the Denver market and fun things to do. So why do people love living in Denver? So first we want to talk about the outdoor activities, what makes Denver a great city to live so you can know if Denver's the right place for you. Number one reason why people love living in Denver is the sunshine. 300 plus days of sunshine, that's what they're saying. When it's sunny, gives you energy, you want to get outdoors, you want to do many things, enjoy the nice weather. Also, it's known for the world-class skiing and hiking. For example, skiing, you got Winter Park, Breckenridge, Vail, Aspen, Steamboat. There's so many ski resorts that people just love. People just love their skiing and slash snowboarding. Also hiking, there's about over 100 trails in the Denver metro area. And the ones that are popular are Red Rocks, St. Mary Glacier, Shikoto Park, Mount Falcon Park, and Roxborough State Park. And there's many more. There's also 14ers. I think it's about like 30 plus 14ers in the Denver metro area. And yeah, lots of trails for you to do. Another thing that's very popular in the Denver area is Red Rocks Park Amphitheater. It's iconic. You can see concerts. You can work out. People on Saturday morning like to do yoga. Stunning views of the city. So if you climb up the stairs and you look, you can see Mile High City in the background. So there's city parks everywhere. So Denver is the home of over 200 parks. And there's lots of parks. My favorite park, Washington Park, which is not too far where I live. It's a very big park. It's center of Denver. People play volleyball, barbecue, run the trails, bike the trails. It's very popular. One of the most popular parks in the Denver area. You could also do weekend getaways are amazing because Breckenridge is not too far from Denver, a cool town. You have the Rocky Mountain National Park. You have Aspen. If you want to go to Boulder, you go Boulder for a day. It's only 45 minutes. It's home of the Colorado Buffaloes. It's a college town. My all-time favorite that I always tell people is Steamboat. Steamboat is the best during the snowy months because it looks like a Christmas movie, like a Hallmark movie with lots of snow. And also you can meet Strawberry Hot Springs, which is fire. It's one of the best hot springs I love in the Denver area. So these are the places that you could do to get away, and it's just so many towns, mountain towns that you could enjoy the weekend, and it's just what makes Denver a place to live. Another reason why people love living in Denver because tech. And tech in Denver is grown because, as I said, there's so much land in the Denver metro area because the population has grown since the pandemic and people are moving and there's lots of transplants. So with all this like land, they're trying to move lots of tech companies out here to secure the land. Aerospace, healthcare, lots of renewable energy industries. So all these things are just booming fast. Remote work friendly. It's a remote work friendly. It's a hotspot for work from home for professionals because it's just like people, since the pandemic, people like to, work remotely. There's lots of coffee shops around the area, and people who are working from home, there's places for you to go to these places for you to get work done. So Denver has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country, which is a good thing. And also it's very entrepreneur friendly. It's a great place to start a business or invest in real estate. And Denver is just growing. There is lots of people all over the world investing in the Denver infrastructure. And if you drive around, you see lots of new constructions. And I've been here for about 5 years. And in 5 years since I've been here, it's so much growing. And a place that is booming is Rhino. If you want to know more, leave a comment below because Rhino is just booming. Amount of high rises, rentals, condos. It's crazy to see so much change. I know a lot of people don't like change because they're used to what Colorado has to offer. But me being in real estate, I love change because I love how things are moving in the Denver area, more housing, more business, there means more people, and these are reasons why people just love living in Denver. So next we want to talk about the food and craft beer scene. So Denver has one of the best craft beer cities in the whole United States. So in Denver, there are about 70 plus breweries. In the surrounding suburbs, 150, and statewide 400. And you're like, damn, that's a lot of breweries. As I said, the whole Denver area, they love their beer and they make a lot in this state. But however, during the pandemic, 140 craft breweries had to shut down because they weren't getting enough funds and things weren't known and they weren't getting the populations to stay open. So 140 of them shut down. So Denver has very diverse restaurant scene. For example, like the Tex-Mex, like La Loma, but my all-time favorite is Adelina's. And Adelitas, they're known for the margaritas. Farm to table restaurant called the Plymouth. You got local food markets like Cherry Creek Fresh Market, which is very popular, or South Pearl's Farmers Market, which is amazing because I live down the street from them. And here's a hidden gem alert. You have to try the street taco spots in Rhino and the food halls like the Source and the Avanti. And these places, the Source, Avanti, like you need to check it out because there's so many different food places and stuff in the area, and it's good. Avanti has lots of different food scenes. So these are the places that you need to check out as well. Another reason why people like living in Denver is because of work-life balance and lifestyle. Very laid-back, friendly vibe. Like I felt like when I was about to move here and was looking a place to live, and I was just strolling down the street, and people were just like minding their own business, enjoying the weather, very chill vibe. I guess they just love their marijuana. I just have to say it. But they're very laid back, very friendly, very chill, down to earth. People like love nature, love to get out, love to hike, love to camping, and that's what they do. And the very high quality of life because of the outdoors, recreation, the things you could do, biking, hiking, kayaking, and many more. And tons of community events and festivals when the weather's nice during the summer. So there's a jazz in the park in the summer, which is amazing. You have, during 4th of July, Cherry Creek has Art Festival, which is pretty cool because people all over the Denver area have some amazing artwork. Also, who doesn't love a city that has 4 major sports, the Broncos, the Nuggets, the Avs, and the Rockies? And the cool thing about those arenas, they're just so close by, about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from the stadium, which is amazing. And if you're someone who loves the outdoors, you have to enjoy a relaxed city feel and wants a strong market, Denver is a place that you might have to consider. So if you're someone who loves the outdoors, enjoys relaxed city feel, and wants a strong job market, Denver is looking pretty good so far. But before you start packing your bags, we need to talk about some serious downsides. So now let's talk about the reality check, because while Denver is amazing, not perfect. And these are things might just be deal breakers for you. Big one, cost of living is rising. So what do I mean in cost of living is rising? So pre-pandemic, the median home price in the Denver metro area was about $400,000. Now the median home price is $600,000. And we all know inflation, everything, home prices increase. There's about 200 plus equity in most of these homes around the area. And lots of people who are leaving these higher tax cities are coming into the Denver area, increasing the home prices, and people who live here are just not happy because things are getting very expensive. Rent for average 1 bedroom is $2,000. Rent is increasing, ridiculous how rent is getting more expensive, and rent is not going to go down. And the crazy thing to say is that more people are moving Denver metro area and rent is going up. Higher grocery and utility costs on average. We all know how eggs is right now is for a dozen is almost about $10, which is absurd, because I guess we have scarcity for chickens right now. And utility costs, sometimes you get these weeks that you have negative temperatures like the Midwest and you have to use a lot of heat. Next thing is traffic and public transportation issues. So I-25 and I-70 can be a nightmare during rush hour. Let me explain. So people who have to commute and go to work and stuff, like I-25, like traffic during rush hour. Like for example, in the morning, rush hour traffic would start around 7 o'clock all the way to 10 o'clock. You're like 10, like damn, people should be at work by 10. But at night, it's just weird though, because I feel like back in the days, like rush hour traffic would start around like 2-ish. But now I feel like rush hour traffic for people going home or driving, it starts around 1 o'clock and it goes all the way to 7. It's a nightmare. And the more and more people are moving here to Denver, and yeah, it's just a nightmare. And also too, I see accidents every single day in I-25. And I feel like people are just like not patient. Like everyone's in a rush. They're speeding. They think they're fast and furious cars, not paying attention. Lots of transplants don't know where they're going. They'll cross 2 lanes in front of you to go to exit because you know if you miss the exit, you could take the next exit, go around the other exit, go south, and go back. But people are in a rush and they just have no freaking patience. Public transportation, the RTD is limited compared to New York City and Chicago because the transportation in Denver, it's like Denver's still growing. It's like you could go around the city and go to the burbs. And in Chicago, you could take, in New York, you could take trains from everywhere in the city to the burbs. Denver is not like that. I know you can take a train in some places from, like, for example, like Littleton or Hare, where I live in a Platt Park. You can take it to downtown, and you can take a trip from downtown to the airport. Biking culture exists, but it's not great for citywide infrastructure. Like you can see some bike lanes here and there, and they're trying to make more bike lane friendlies even in the Denver area. The airport is far from the city. Like DIA, Denver International Airport, it's about 30 to 45 minute drive from downtown. I know it's a boony, it's a hike. It's just like, because some cities you have the airport, boom, just right there in the city. Like it's not too far. But like the DIA is like, not really in Denver. It's kind of more like Aurora, and it's out there because of all that land and they're making the airport big. It's one of the busiest airports in the world. And if you're a person that needs to travel, you can live closer to the airport to make your commute. But if you're a person that lives in the burbs or whatever, it could take you at least an hour to get to the airport. Just want to let you know. Next thing I want to talk about the altitude and the dry climate challenges. So altitude sickness is for real. It gives you headaches, shortness of breath at first. So when I moved here from Denver, I'm like, wow, this altitude is really getting to me. Like I was waking up in the middle of the night, so like what's going on? I feel like I'm dying, I can't breathe. But here's a way for you to solve this altitude. Do cardio for 30 days, for 1 month. So your body can get acclimated for the altitude and you won't be sick. If you do that for a month, trust me, that will solve your problem. Also, make sure you stay hydrated because it's very dry. Drink lots of water. It's very, very important. Drink, half a gallon of water. Just drink. I'm guilty. I need to drink more water. But that could help your headaches be gone. It's very, very dry. Make sure you lotion up. Also, make sure you have a humidifier, especially during colder seasons, to make it humidity in your home so you don't have like nosebleeds every morning when you wake up. And snowstorms can hit really hard but melt quickly. That's a cool thing about Denver. 300 plus days of sun. When it snows, you're like, damn, it's a lot of snow and pours. But us being a mile high city, being above sea level, and when the sun's out, that snow just melts. Like if you're in the Midwest and you snow, it could last for weeks. But the cool thing about the Denver area, when it snows and when the sun's out, it melts very, very quick. So these are the things I want to let you know about the altitude and dryness in Denver. Another issue that's going on in Denver is homeless and affordability issue. The homeless population has increased. I feel like during the pandemic, the homeless population has increased because of it could be many factors. One factor I could say is that everything is costing too much money and people just can't afford to house themselves or eat, or they got let go. Who knows? The homeless population in the downtown area is increasing, which is not good. And as I said, the cost of living is just increasing. And people who are natives, who lived there for a long time, just doesn't like it because the market has changed, because lots of transplants are moving in, especially from California. I feel like when people come in California, they could buy 2 houses instead of 1 because of the amount of money they have. They have lots of cash buyers and they're just outbidding people, and it's just changing the market, and people can't afford living in the Denver area. So like, as I said, like if you're like moving from expensive cities like San Francisco, York, Chicago, like Denver is gonna feel like a steal for you. But if you're coming from like Texas or the Midwest, just be prepared for some like sticker shock. Like it might be similar. So these are things I just wanted to let you know. So the biggest secret about living in Denver, no one really talks about. So people are coming to Denver from jobs or the mountains, but they stay because of the community. So why people fall in love with Denver? Because super welcoming, friendly culture, small town feel in a big city. It's great for meeting people, strong local business support, creative culture, endless weekend getaways, mountains, ski towns, national parks. Denver Broncos lifestyle, but just not a football team. So I feel like more like the Avs, the Nuggets been taking over, but that's another topic. So if you move to Denver with an open mind, embrace the lifestyle. It could truly feel like home. But if you're expecting a super fast-paced, high-energy city like LA, New York, Chicago, you might not be in for a culture shock. So is Denver a good place to live? Well, that depends on you. So if you love outdoors, love the work-life balance, don't mind the rising costs, Denver might just be a perfect city for you. But if you need a world-class public transportation, coastal vibes, or affordable housing, it might not be the best fit for you. But also, as I said, if you're thinking about moving to Denver, please drop a comment below. I'd love to help. And make sure before you leave, hit the like and subscribe button for more Denver real estate tips and lifestyles. And here's something I want to tell you. Denver is an incredible city, but it only aligns with your lifestyle. So what do you think? Let's chat in the comments. And also, you know what's up? I'll see you soon.